Hi everyone, CeeCee here for CeeCee's Creations, and today I want to show you this fun interactive card. It's created with the HoneyPOP collection products from Inky Antics, and I call this one the double fold HoneyPOP because I've made cards with HoneyPOP in the past, but they were just a simple a card folded into, and then when you open it you've got the 3D image. But I wanted to have something that will allow me to put two HoneyPOP elements inside a card. So I've created this one. Let me show you what it looks like. So when you untie the linen thread, you have two HoneyPOP inside. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how I created this card. So first let me show you the products we're going to be using today. This is the HoneyPOP collection by Inky Antics, and it basically consists of the honeycomb paper pads, which will create your 3D pop-up effect. And as you can see, it comes in a variety of colors, and they have more on their website. This is what I just happen to have. And the coordinating stamp sets, and what's so unique about this stamp set is that you have the stamps that you will use onto your HoneyPOP paper pad to create the 3D effect. And today we're going to be using this monkey HoneyPOP. So let me show you the base of your card. This is a piece measuring 5.5 by 12, and you will score it at 4 1/4, 4 3/8, 7 3/8, 10 3/8, and 10 1/2. As you can see here on the card base, I have two gutters that measure 1/8 of an inch, and this is what you'll need to allow the thickness of the HoneyPOP paper to nestle inside your card properly so that when you close it, it fits perfectly. So let's go ahead and crease all of those fold lines. And when you crease your fold lines, make sure that both sides of your card base are aligned properly. Now the next thing you're going to do, or you're going to need, are 3 pieces of pattern paper of your choice. These 3 pieces measure 1.5 by 5.5. And I went ahead and sponged around each pieces of paper with chocolate chip classic ink by Stampin' Up. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to stamp our HoneyPOP elements. Here's my honeycomb paper, and on each pad, if you'll notice, there's an arrow going along the glue lines, and this will indicate how the position of your stamp. And if you look at the stamps closely, there's a dotted line on the left hand side which indicates that this side will be butted against your crease line on your card, and this arrow should match the arrow on the honeycomb paper. I'm going to go ahead and stamp all my pieces, and I will be right back. Alright, so my pieces are stamped. So first we're going to start by cutting the tree trunks. So at the beginning of my video, I told you that I was going to make these leaves smaller. In fact, I'm not going to do that, and the reason why I won't do that is because I'm afraid that if I cut this too close to these two, not corners, but indentations, that it'll be too small and things will rip as I open the card. So I'm just going to leave them like that because I will have a focal image over this part, so it will actually hide the leaves from the front of the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut as is. So now that all my elements have been cut, I'm going to show you what we need to do before we actually assemble or glue the HoneyPOP paper. Because I'm going to be putting or stamping a monkey around the tree on a big fold, I need to find out exactly where my pieces of the HoneyPOP will be, because it wouldn't be easy to stamp after I've put in the HoneyPOP because of the dimension. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to place my HoneyPOP pieces where I want them to be. And because my monkey will be stamped on that side, what I'm going to do is I will take a pencil and just very lightly trace around the tree leaves and a bit here on the tree trunk, just to make sure that, oh, doesn't even show. Let me do that again. Okay, so about to here. Here we go. So this is the line of my tree. Now I'm going to be inking my monkey with Memento Rich Cocoa ink. And because my leaves will fall there, I want to have part of his hands a little bit hidden by the branches, so I'm just going to place them over here and stamp. And by the way, these stamps, they stamp lovely. They're made in the US, so the photopolymer that they use is of good quality. So that's a good indication when you're buying an acrylic stamp set. If it's made in the US, you can almost be assured that the quality will be amazing. I didn't need to file those down with a nail file before I used it the first time, so I was really happy about it. Very good quality. Okay, so I'm just going to erase my pencil line. And I'm going to very quickly color my monkey. I'm using Prismacolor pencils, and I'm not going to be using any Gamsol or OMS today. What I'm going to be using is a blender pen made by Derwent, and it works wonderfully to smooth out your drawing if you've made streaks, or or if you have any gaps in between in your coloring. This blender pen will take care of it. It's wonderful. So when I don't feel like getting out the Gamsol and the paper stumps and dealing with the fumes, because although Gamsol is odorless, it still chalks it. So you need to use it in a well ventilated area. And so very quickly, I just love this little monkey. I think it's just the cutest. blend it out with the blender. Let me zoom in so you can see the difference. I just found this recently. I didn't even know it existed. Whoops. Okay. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Well, okay. This is the side that I've just blended with the this pencil, and this is the unblended side. So you can see the difference. Alright, so my little monkey is colored. First I'm going to be gluing this side. And the best way to do this is by using a glue stick. So you apply glue all over. Oh, I'm out of frame. Sorry about that. Okay, so you just apply glue all over your HoneyPOP element on one side only, obviously. But make sure you put it everywhere. Oops. Fix that later. And then glue down the element up to the crease line, not over the crease line, because then your card will not close properly. So about here, White said. There we go. And let's go ahead and add the tree trunk as well. Butt it right against the bottom of the leaves and going down that way. Alright, so now we've got one side covered. Now we need to add glue to this side. Again, making sure that all the areas are covered. And the last thing we need to do is just close our card, making sure that the HoneyPOP is as flat as possible. And press down. And opening the card, and voila! Our little palm tree is done. I love it. I think it's just the cutest. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other side, the other tree that I'm going to be having here. And I'll be right back. I'll show you the finished product. So here is my finished card, and as you can see, I closed it up with a piece of linen thread that I adhered behind that little monkey. And when you open it up, it goes like this. Isn't this fun? I decided to make my palm tree on the left hand side a little smaller just to give it more interest. And I've added a sentiment that says, bananas for you, and my little monkey's here. And the happy birthday comes from the Cupcake Birdie stamp set, also from Inky Antics. What's fun about this card as well is that you can leave it open like this and it creates a 3D project. So a lot of fun. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and also you can visit my blog for more ideas and inspiration, and I will catch you next time. Bye everyone.